Yo, what's up guys, it is me, RWD Studios, back with another video, and today you may be wondering why am I on this random team, and it's not any random team, it is Molenbeek, and I'm going to start a new series where I'm going to give you reasons why you should do career modes with different teams, and I don't see enough people doing this team in career mode, so in fact, the other day I searched for it on YouTube to see if anyone's done it, and nobody's done it. So yeah, I'm just gonna give you why you should do this. They've got quite an interesting team on paper. A few familiar names in this first team. You know, you've got Rain, Adelaide. Many of you may know Epiowe from Palace. Duomo is quite a youngster, as you can see there. They've got Carlos Alberto. Can you believe it? And they've got this young player called Sarr on loan, and you may not be able to see it, but they've actually got a youngster on loan to them. I'll quickly show you that now. So yeah, this is just I think this is just standard, to be honest. Yeah, so interesting team. You know, very balanced. Yeah, let me show you their team on career mode. So as you can see here, this is them on career mode, and the good thing about them is they do have a manager, as you can see there on the welcome. That's their manager. They've got an alright budget, but they have just been promoted to the Belgian division, so it's not that grand. As it is just over, well, just under, sorry, 6.5 million. So it's an alright budget. Their stadium obviously isn't in the game, but if you go onto Squad Hub, and then contracts, look, you've only got 4 players on loan. You've Mamadou Sarr, that youngster, Duomo, that the youngster, Epiowe, and Florence Sanchez. But then this was the player I was talking about, Nuama. It would probably be the smart thing to recall him when you first start it. I'm not actually doing the career mode with them, so I'm not going to. But yeah, that's just what you could do. Nope, that's the wrong one. Where is it? Well, I deleted it. Objectives, that's what I was looking for. If you go into objectives, they just want you to sign at least one player younger than 20 years old with potential greater than the average overall rating in the position. Sign one crucial player, midfield or forward. No continental success because they're not in Europe. Finish mid-table and reach the quarter-final of the cup, very doable, and finish the season with a profit margin of 25.5 million. So definitely doable objectives, some of them easier than others, but it may be like a theme if you haven't noticed that you know, you've got some very interesting players. You've got Duomo, a youngster, Rain Adelaide, who's quite iconic, Epiowe, Murcia, and I can't remember the player out on loan, and Sarr as well. So what you're going to try to do is try and find French or African youngsters, or experienced players in League, or the Premier League. So if we just go onto here, just very quickly, where is it? League, Uber Eats. For example, yeah, just go to Monaco. Perfect example of a team. Like, you've got Balogun, you could go for. Embolo, you could go for. You know, it could be anyone really. Obviously, some people you could sign. You have to sign later than others. Like Salisu, he'd be quite good, but maybe later on in the save. But if we just go like Actually, no, that's not going to work. Ghana, for example. If we look for youngsters from Ghana, there should be a few. See if there's any in Ligue 1. So yeah, maybe some of these. Andre Ayew wouldn't be a bad shout. Any of these people, I don't know enough about them, apart from Ayew and Salisu. But if you just select any league, where is it there? Just search. You know, you've got like a whole list of people that you could go for. You know, it doesn't really matter who you sign. And it doesn't have to be, you know, Jordan Ayew. Doesn't have to be. This I would recommend signing Fatawu in the second season. I think that's quite a realistic person you could go for. Yeah, you maybe try and sign Dennis Adoy, you know, because they've got quite a few experienced players. Jeffrey Schlupp, Semenyo, all good shouts. Sulemana, Inaki Williams. You know, there are a few people, but it doesn't have to be Ghana as well. You know, we could go to, for example, Guinea. Let's search for Guinea players, and I'm sure we could find at least one that could work. Diakabi, perfect. Girassi, good. I think you're getting us. Naby Keita, good. Moriba, good. You know, just people like that. And so the main objective for the team is you want to try to get Europe in the first 2 seasons, because they're not currently in Europe. So it could be quite a cool, like, objective, if you will. So I'll just look for a couple more realistic players. What way is he looking? Jeez. Sorry. Mohamed El Neni wouldn't be a bad shout. You know, like people who've played for these big teams, but now are just not getting much game time, but they would still be like a starter for you. Doesn't have to be one of the big 6. You know, we could go to Nottingham Forest, for example. Divock Origi, good example. Kiarte, that's a good example. Sangari maybe for later. Willy Bolly, Ola Reina, Laya. Omabamiadele, all good examples. I think you're getting where I am coming from. And what you also want to do is make sure that a lot of the players you're signing are relatively young. And you also, maybe not in the first season, but in the second season, when you have a bit more budget, focus on youth. Because as you may or may not saw, youth is very important for this side. So yeah, that's just one of many teams, as you can see that in the Belgian Pro League. And the good thing about the Belgian Pro League, it's got a very unique layout to it. I'm not entirely sure, as you can see in the Croaky Cup. It's just Belgian teams, and then you've got the playoffs. I don't really know how the playoffs work, but hey ho. Yeah, you won't be in Europe because you've just been promoted to the Belgian Pro League. So yeah, I hope you guys give it a try, and I'll be uploading another video today, but it's going to be my Leeds career mode, and then my another recommendation tomorrow. And I'll see you in a bit. Peace.